all, welcome back to Working Class Lawns. I'm Antonio. So, you made it through the first episode. I appreciate it. Now, this week, what we're going to do is we're actually going to expand on our project. And what helps is one of our subscribers actually, in the comments, had a great question. They were stating that they only have a 360-foot square area that they have to treat, and they're trying to seed. Well, we mixed up a gallon of Terosity, 1/2 teaspoon, to 1 gallon of water. Well, that 1 gallon of water in Terosity will treat 1,000 square feet. So they have all of this left over, all of this product left over. So what does he do? Does he simply throw it away? Does he dump it out? Which we don't want to do because it's wasting product. This stuff, yeah, it's $40 for an 8-ounce bottle, but when you're using such small amounts, you don't want to waste it. You really don't, because that's money down the drain, literally. So what we're going to do is I kept my 1 gallon of water with our Terosity in it. Mind you, we only, in our project here, only did a 28 square foot area. So essentially, even with you doing the 360 square foot area, you pretty much have the entire gallon left. So don't waste it. What we're going to do today is we're going to actually add some other products to that gallon. And that other product is this right here, Speed Zone. This, along with the Terosity, is a fantastic 1-2 punch in northern lawns. It'll take care of just about all of your broadleaf weeds and some of your grasses that you just don't want growing. So what we are going to do is we are going to take 2 tablespoons of Speed Zone, 2 tablespoons of Speed Zone, and we're going to add it to our 1 gallon of water, because we're still working on that 1,000 square foot, solution. So let's take this, we're going to shake it up, and get 2 tablespoons. Now, I was lucky enough, I have a nice little cup here that's measuring, and this is all I use it for. I use it for my herbicides. And of course, make sure you have your PPE. You got to make sure you have that, because you don't want to get this stuff on you either. It's not good for you. All right, so we're going to get there. I have myself 2 tablespoons right into the gallon of water. Now, of course, we're going to cap this back up. Now, we have our Terosity and we have our Speed Zone added to our 1 gallon of water. Well, in order to get this to work, we have to add a surfactant. In our case, we are going to use our wonderful surfactant here. Of course, available on Amazon as well. This 16-ounce bottle ran me about $10. What I'm going to do for you guys today also is I'm going to make sure I leave the links for all of these products in the comments, or in the bio, of course. So what we want to do with this, it's 1 teaspoon of surfactant per gallon of water. So let's get that teaspoon in there right now. Now, this is something you do not have to shake up. And if you don't feel like going with an actual herbicide surfactant, there is another way to get around it. Dawn dish soap. Dawn soap works just as well as a surfactant as any of your normal herbicide surfactants. And it'll be roughly half the cost. And think about it. You'll get a 32-ounce bottle at your local grocery store for about $6. It works just as well, and you're using just as much of the solution. So we're going to take that surfactant right into our gallon of water in Speed Zone and Terosity. Going to seal that back up. And now we are going to put our pump sprayer back together. And we want to give this a good shake. We want to make sure this is all mixed up, because once it's mixed, we're good to go. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this, we're going to give it a few pumps, and we're going to get this out on our weeds that we actually identified when we did our walkthrough. So we're not going to waste any of this product. So let's go do it. Let's have a little fun. And of course, whenever you're actually using any of these herbicides, make sure you are fully covered. You have sweatpants or some sort of pants on, a good pair of shoes. Do not let this get on your legs. All right. We want to make sure that we're doing this try to be in a wind-free environment. And if you can't, use the wind to your advantage. Keep the wind to your back or to your side. Do not let this stuff get on you. Okay, it's just like any other chemical. Enough of it gets on you, of course it's going to be bad for you. So let's get this out on the lawn and get our weeds taken care of. Let's go. Okay, now that we got our Terosity and Speed Zone solution mixed together into our gallon of water, we're going to go ahead and treat all of the trouble areas. Now remember, this stuff does not work overnight. This is going to take about 5 or 6 days before you see any results. So let's get this stuff down, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like once it's working. Also, what's really nice about this Roundup sprayer that I'm using, it has a great spray rate. It probably covers anywhere from about 3.5 to 4 feet wide. You don't need anything more than this, especially if you have a small yard such as we're working on here. This backyard is roughly about 1,200 square feet. That's maximum. So a little pump sprayer is going to do everything that you need it to do. So we got it down. We're going to come back in about 5 days to see if we can see any results. And once we see some results, I'm going to tell you what to do once we see it. All right, folks, now that we have our Terosity and Speed Zone solution down, what we need to do is we need to find signs that it's working. So what we are going to look for are signs that the leaves of our weeds are turning from a green to a fluorescent green, maybe even a white. Once we see that, we know that our solution has worked. And after about a week, when you start seeing that, you want to mix up another batch, another gallon or so. And we're going to respray the entire area once again. And that second trip should take care of the remainder of what has not changed color. And so what we see here, that is exactly what we need to see. That clover there has begun to turn white into a fluorescent green. And some of the other clover that we have around here has already begun to turn to a fluorescent green as well. So that means these leaves, these weeds only have a couple days left and they're gone. So once that has actually continued its transformation, we can go ahead, put down another round of spray, and that should take care of us. All right, folks, now that we got our solution down on the lawn, consisting of our half a teaspoon of Terosity that we pre-mixed when we were doing our seeding project, along with just the water. So we had that 1 gallon left. Now, we had this today. We also added to that gallon 2 tablespoons of Speed Zone. Speed Zone is a fantastic product. I'm not getting paid to advertise for any of these products I'm showing you today. This is just from experience, and I know they work. So right now also, Speed Zone is running on sale on Amazon right now for $36 for a 32-ounce bottle. Also with it, there's a 15% coupon code that you can throw in there as well. So it'll get you a couple more bucks off. Now, we cannot forget our surfactant. The surfactant is very, very important in this case because the surfactant is acting as another binder for us. It's allowing the product in the solution to stick to the leaves of our weeds. Once it's down, in about 5 or 6 days, we will see a difference. We're going to come back and check it out. And once we take a look at it, you'll see. Once everything starts to turn white, we're going to hit it again with another gallon. Same solution, Terosity, Speed Zone, and of course your surfactant. Once we get that down, I guarantee you guys, it's going to wipe all of your weeds away. Probably about 95% of them, at least. I have had no issue with these products. What I'm going to do at some point today, and I'll add it to the end of this clip, I'm going to take you to the front of the property, and I'm going to show you the front lawn and the condition that that's in, because that is the primary focus. It was the curb appeal. We want to keep the curb appeal up, so in case, you know, it helps with the property value, of course. So we're going to take a look at that, and I want you to take a look at the condition of that. And it is all basically used the same thing. We've used these 2 products to take care of the entire property, and they work. You'll be amazed. So at that, kids, I'm going to leave it go right there. Thanks again for tuning in. Remember, like, share, and subscribe. And I'll have all the links to everything that we used, and of course, in the description. And of course, see you next time. Have a good day.